Do you ever wonder what the avoidant person is doing, what they're really getting up to when they are taking space or needing to be alone, or some people say pulling away? Well, I want to get into that in this video and give examples of what I do as an avoidant, really in hopes to help people understand it's not this big thing that you have to freak out about. If you're brand new here, welcome to Confessions of an Avoidant. My name is Wando, and let's just get right into it. So, when an avoidant person is needing time for themselves, they're taking space, they are simply, as so many attachment professionals, psychologists describe, just self-soothing. We feel safest when we are alone. We feel like we are reconvening with ourselves, and we have peace and comfort and safety to just give back to ourselves. It feels really good. I don't know why it gets such a bad rap. Okay, I know why it gets such a bad rap, and I'll just use an example with my partner. Sometimes he, and I'm sure many partners of avoidant people, are like, what? You want to spend your Friday night alone instead of seeing me? And it's like, yeah. It's not because I don't love you or I don't like you. I just have moments like we all do where maybe we've had a really stressful day or a really stressful week. It just catches up to you. And then you just realize, I just really need to just be alone and just reconvene with myself. And I just don't have the bandwidth to use this time that I just really need for me and give all of that to somebody else. And naturally, for people who are so used to soothing through others and needing to be around other people's energy to get over a stressful day or maybe stressful moments in their relationship, avoidant people, we like to be around ourselves. It'd be great if we could just live in a world where people don't freak out and vilify everything that is just foreign to them. Anyway, I wanted to just give some examples of self-soothing based on what a lot of professionals talk about, but my own personal examples. So I've seen a lot of attachment professionals talk about avoidant people sometimes just like to be alone with their creature comforts, guilty pleasures, maybe their own reflections with their own thoughts. Avoidant people like the privacy to just have their creature comforts and do self-soothing on their own. There's certain patterns and rituals that I have that I know my partner doesn't have. Why would I want to do those things with him? I'm naturally going to feel more comfortable doing those things alone. I love to be alone and just be in my head and write down things that I'm thinking about or things that I need to get off of my chest, things I'm trying to cope with. I like to just be alone and deal with them a lot of times. If I want to binge watch a reality TV show and just do nothing and show up for nobody and just chill, and I know my partner would rather do something else, sometimes I just want to be alone with my creature comforts. And I'm sure he has his own creature comforts. And I'm sure there's plenty of people who like to lay in bed for hours working on their computer while their partner is on the other side of the bed working on their computer or whatever, or like to share their creature comforts with other people. I like to just have privacy a lot. Another thing that I've seen a lot of attachment professionals talk about that I think really applies to me and so many avoidants that I know is sometimes we can be good at prioritizing work or goals or some objective that we're chasing. And when, we have relationships, especially the deeper you are in a relationship, the more you have to compromise and consolidate your schedule with somebody else's. And sometimes it can feel like you are falling behind on things that you need to be doing for yourself. And when you are taking space, it's your opportunity to give back to yourself in those goals, those objectives that you're trying to achieve. So for example, with my partner, there have been times where he hasn't been understanding how important YouTube is for me and making YouTube videos, and that it really brings me income and that it's really cool to create community online. And there will be times where he just truly doesn't understand how important it is for me to like spend my Saturday recording some YouTube videos. I think we're really good at compromising for people with different attachment styles. He's secure with some anxious traits, but I would say he's mostly secure. And I think we're both really good at compromising, but sometimes I feel like he doesn't understand how some of these personal goals of mine, like how time consuming they are and how much I feel like I've abandoned myself by not prioritizing them and instead prioritizing making him happy and things like that. And he'll want to do, I don't know, something like going to the beach or something else. And I'm just wanting to be alone. I will say, I think he's at a point now where he kind of gets some of these things now. Like he gets that YouTube is very important for me. YouTube brings income, not just for me, but for the both of us, for things that we do. Okay, this last one, I'm a little embarrassed to talk about, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I've seen a lot of attachment professionals talk about how avoidant people have big imaginations and we can have like a fantasy land. And yeah, I'm not going to go too much detail about this because I just feel like it's so personal. But I think it's fun to have a very active imagination, to be a big daydreamer, to find comfort in your brain. It's a fun place sometimes. And I also think that's why I'm a very creative person. I'm a musician. I play guitar. I've been in bands throughout my life. I have YouTube channels and stuff. And I feel like part of having such an active imagination and sometimes just needing to self-soothe through creativity, through being very imaginative, I feel like that can actually be quite healing as long as you take action on some of the things that you are daydreaming about or spending a lot of time imagining. I think it can really be healing and life-changing. I think a lot of the cool things that I have in my life now, like I live in Europe and I have a travel lifestyle, they're things that I used to dream about when they felt so far away and I had to like imagine them. I really just think that self-soothing is such a healing thing. And I think it's so great to have such a safe relationship with yourself. And for those of you who are truly dating an avoidant person, I would try not to freak out too much when an avoidant person is taking space. It doesn't mean that they hate you, they don't love you. I mean, they could hate you. You know, they could be taking space because the relationship is not working, but I don't know. I'm just speaking for myself. If you're not sure if maybe you're dating an avoidant person, I do have a quiz. Are you dating an avoidant? It's linked in the description. And if you made it in this far in the video, can you please like it? That helps my channel so much. And subscribe if you want to, of course, if you are finding value in my videos. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.